Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, people. It is another Friday in November of 2020, making it a wonderful day for basics. I'm over here on the OGS, and as you can see by the matches that are, well, not the matches, but the challenge screen currently in front of you, I'm looking for a game between 15 and 10Q in a minute, not ranked, over here again on the OGS, obviously. Probably gonna get recognized, that's just something that happens nowadays, and I don't want to keep making new accounts and anchoring the people, the fine folks at OGS. So, that just is what it is. But yes, we're going to be concentrating on the basics at DDK level, where we're focusing on the big moves, as we usually do. We are completely hands-off on fighting, because we don't have to do any of that right now. That's more of a single-digit down-level thing, in my opinion. At DDK level, we are still firmly working on what is this thing called shape people seem to have a fetish for every time they mention a game. Can we spot the large moves? Are we playing Puppy Go and just kind of like following our opponent around the board just because that's where they went? And, you know, all of that good stuff. We do that, if we focus on that, if we master that, there is no feasible way on this planet that we should still be a DDQ. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Hope you enjoy.
Game started.
All right, looks like we got a game against a 12Q. We are white. I don't think I actually meant to. I think I picked white specifically. Oh well, it's fine. I'm gonna throw down double 4/4 points because it's a fairly decent opening. Nothing wrong with it. He wants to play 3/4 facing. Also, because I can, I like the feature of just being able to click and like take a little peek-see at the game and see what's going. Ooh, he's got a little bit of a losing streak here, huh? Let's see if we can identify why that is. Tell you what, since he's having a bit of a rough patch, let's go ahead and just back off, let him play whatever he wants to play. Star point is fine. Chinese would be a little bit better. Now, this is the opening, so we are going to play corner, side, center. So either we're approaching this, or enclosing this one. I'm inclined to play here. Will I, though? You know what? I'm going to play on the outside and go into a dual framework game if I can. I'll let him play this one. I'll go ahead and back off. Do I want to take the same approach he did down here? Maybe not. But do I want to play this one? Definitely not. Tough decision. Tough decision. Do I play this one or do I play that one? Nah, I'll play that one. It's fine. It occurs to me that this might wind up being a little bit symmetrical. Approach, back off. Approach, back off. Enclose, enclose. It is a thing. I'm going to... If I play here, I can get 2 spaces on either side. I'll go ahead and play it. It's a bit old school. Normally, I don't approach from the outside because I don't want to get into building games with my opponent when they've begun building first. It's kind of silly. But it might make for an interesting game that I don't usually get to talk about if I do it, which is why we did it. Normally, I'd approach on the inside or just approach at 3/3. That is fine either. Or also, what happened to my music? Pause for a minute. How dare it? Not bad. Now, the danger about playing this way is he can keep me low. So my third line stones, he can like hit me here, connect. He can hit me here, and then what? I push, and then he draws back to a wall on the 10th line. That's pretty huge. This is bad. It's too slow. It's too slow. I'm gonna defend and keep Game Sentai. Ladder here works, and even if it didn't, it wouldn't matter. If he was to play, let's say, Blackstone, give me. Bonk! So if he were to play there, what I would just wind up doing is playing here, and then in your mind's eye, you can imagine him maybe extending, and then we just play here, and then maybe him Atari, and then we play here. So damage is controlled, right? Easy peasy. Not a threat at all. Dropping down, because if you don't, he can hit the 3/3, and it hurts, let me tell you. It hurts. If he jumps up and you play elsewhere, that's gonna sting. Tell him. Right, so this is something that's actually quite good to know. If, let's say, you do the jump up and your opponent plays, I don't know, anywhere else, the 3-3 is actually more severe than usual because of this wall. We can generally rule out blocking this way because this gives a nice large corner anchored to a side that's kind of growing up into the center, so we don't want to give that away. So we're probably going to block this way instead. Kind of limit that, right? Your opponent goes up, you generally want to block. Your opponent hanes, you generally want to block. You want to connect. You don't want to lose your stone. You don't want them to connect up. And that's when you really start seeing the problem. That corner is alive. I mean, yeah, you can play here and force it to play like another move. But for all intents and purposes, this is alive and now it needs some kind of base. So all of these stones just turned into, as you can clearly see in front of you, are nothing more than these stones here. This one with an extension. It's kind of rough. Means like essentially that all of these little guys, whoa, try that one again, a little bit smaller one this time. All of these little guys, not really doing anything, right? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All these stones lose their value. Now there is admittedly one variation for when it's really, really important that you play away. And that is you can play here, let them come under, go over top of them, and then get some kind of extension here. This can be played, but note you're going to lose out locally, allowing the corner to be invaded and connect under in exchange for hopefully playing that large move elsewhere, and then maybe still getting some little bit of extendy times on the left-hand side. Make sense? Cool. Exactly what that sexy man just told you. So let's see, he approached. I'm going to back off, I guess. Sure, why not? Kind of getting into building games. Now the danger on the bottom of the board is you often play this jump here and then think this is your territory. It's not. There are, in point of fact, count them, 2 invasion points. We got one right here and one right here. So it's tempting to say, oh yeah, man, the bottom, I got 4th line territory across, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yikes, that's a lot of territory. If it was yours, that'd be a lot of territory. Or maybe worse yet, you might think, this is my sector line, anything below that is mine. No, if that was true, I'd be lost. I couldn't win this game at that point. I mean, if that was impossible to reduce, he'd win. He's got me. Right? But that's not true. There are 2 invasion points here. Now, because there are 2 invasion points here, I don't have to really invade him right now. If he covers one, I can still go after the other. So I'm going to build. I'm going to do what I mentioned earlier to him. I can keep his 3rd line stones low, thus build myself into the center like this. Some people will say, no, you can't do this anymore. This is an outdated way of playing. That came up in my chat on Monday. Some questionability about teaching like whole board stuff and direction of play stuff when that's kind of like outdated ways of thinking from the AI or whatever. But I assure you this is still fine. Promise you. Unless your goal is professional 9-dan, then you might need a few tighter moves. Might be more dangerous to still play influentially, but you know, until that level, you're fine. If you dig the style of play and you want to play it, try it out in your own game. That's absolutely great. Unfortunately, they do tend to have to throw a stone in there somewhere. And then you almost feel compelled to kill them. A lot of times you don't have to, though. Because again, bottom isn't sealed. If he tries to reduce me now, chances are I'm just going to be like, meh, okay. And then I'll reduce him right bum back. You know? No fuss, no muss. My opponent, by his hesitation here, we can deduce that he is now scared of the influence, so he decided to begin reduction immediately, as we see here. Bum 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 bum. Play here, or do I just play here? Test for you. Don't connect. Play here. Ooh. If you thought about it a little bit harder, he'd see, well, if I poke here, at least I have a follow-up. It's a push and cut. Unfortunately, like, I clicked and, like, second later, he clicked right back, right? He didn't think, is there any other more severe moves? Maybe even the turn could be okay if the premise of this move is correct, where we have to reduce the outside, or, you know, it's going to be Armageddon, you know, cats and dogs living together, just mass hysteria. Then maybe giving up these two in exchange for the turn to connect might be a good deal, you know? So you always have to think, like, if I'm right about this, shouldn't I play that? And then if you're wrong about it, you lose the game, but then you know that idea wasn't the right one, you know? That's kind of how we adjust ourselves and go back to, and continue to improve. That's why in my basics, a lot of times you'll hear me say, oh, even my Murder Mondays, you know, you make a decision and you stick with it. It's how you learn, man. It's how you learn. So I would love to kill this, but I don't think I can right now. And so we're just going to go and take one of these 2 points. I could play here. I mean, it expands my corner. I could try and do something here and attack him in the middle of the group, more of the board. But I don't really see a clean way of surrounding him. Right. So let's just go for an invasion. If you don't see a way to continue a position and you're settled, you know, enough, then you can Tanuki. That's where the if you don't know what to do Tanuki thing comes from. A lot of people apply this in the wrong way, like, I don't know what to do in this Joseki, so I'm going to play elsewhere. Like, no. You need to settle that corner. That's not the time you go ahead and apply that little proverb. Nah, it's cases like this. Like, I mean, I could do, but this is fine right now. I mean, if he plays another move, I mean, okay, but there's other things I can do, so I'm just going to go ahead and do them. That's where that proverb comes from. Now, can he... I'm going to take Gote here, intentional, because we're looking for a move from our opponent right now. That move that I'll highlight in red is something like this one, maybe even this one first, because you can kind of start to see if he gets it. Isn't that cool? Suddenly these stones are starting to become a little more useful. So I'm going to take Gote here if I can. Why do I want him to build, you might ask yourself. Partially it's for basic lesson. And another reason is because I want to talk about how to reduce that area, because it's looking a little scary. Bam, Gote, all yours, buddy. I could have played away here because I had a living group. And then I would just play, I don't know, something like this, maybe, and then... That is a little bit passive. Why is it passive, though? Do I have to respond to it? Is it poking my shape point? Is it capping me? Attaching to me? Shoulder hitting me? No. More no. So... do I have to respond to it? That said, we are going to respond to it because I don't want him to get another move over in, let's say, here. Because then it's like... pew! And he's starting to like build like this little boot here, you know? Little laces going up. And if I'm not careful, this boot's gonna kick my... You get the idea. So I'm gonna go and do probably shoulder it. Shoulder reduction, he plays here. I give him 1, 2, 3 lines of territory. Smidge a fourth. But it's safe. I'll take it. He gets a little, I get a little. Another thing people really are afraid to do. Ever give your opponents points. there's like this weird idea that if my opponent gets something, it's a loss for me, man. Too often people apply that in real life too, which is no. Just because they're succeeding on the board somewhere doesn't mean you're failing. Calm the frick down. He's gonna get a little. I've successfully kept it from growing out of control. And if I get a wall here... Maybe... So, I'm not sure what that is, but I threatened to come through, and he played here, so that's what we're gonna do. Gonna follow up my stone, and then a honey, then go boop, boop. Take the 1 point, 1 stone, sorry. See, at that point, you have to cut. This move says, I'm cutting through you, and you can't back off from it. Again, you make your decision, you live with it. That said, I'm pushing him back to the exact variation that I intended in the first place. Second verse, same as the first. You should connect here. You should have connected there, absolutely. But yeah, second verse, same as the first. I told you I was going to give him this area, and I was going to make a wall go in here. And just because he tried to change his mind about it doesn't mean that's not exactly what's happening. Yup. Now, this turn, or this enclose, is really big. Yuppers! Cut me. Read them out. You got 5 liberties. 4 after cut. It's 4-2. You're good. Muy excelente. So why did I do that then, you might be asking yourself. Well, now he can't go through here. If he cuts through here, he loses these 2 liberties and he's dead. Then he did. So I'm going to be building up right here. Because he can't reduce. He can't reduce, right? Bum, bum, bum. Is this a good idea? We're doing it, though. He make area, I make area. Now, he needs to come in from the upper right. There's still a hole there. Maybe something like this one might not do it. This one might. There's still a cutting point there. There's Hane, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, you know? 25-minute recording so far. Was that a 10-minute wait? So 15-minute game? I want to play here, but I'm worried about the shape that I'm making. It's a lot of cutty points, but I don't think he can ever get this in, and then this in, and that in, and things like that. I don't think he can do it. Oh, better safe than sorry. Instead of jumping, I'm just going to do a little 1-pointer. Little 1-pointer. Now, you could have leaned on here in Sente to cut him from coming in. That is horrifically slow. Because now we keep him outside. Threaten to Atari. This is a ladder, but I don't want to have to worry about the clamp ever. Yeah, never. I just don't want to worry about the cut ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. So, blammo. Keeping him out. Getting rid of our cutting points. That's a huge one to miss. So what did he get in exchange for this? Sure, you can't come in. So what did he get from this exchange? He got this, but he has to cut off this stone for it to really be useful. Then he gets like this kind of area here. But yeah, you see how I'm always keeping my eye on the bigger area? You see how I'm not answering my opponent? Like, my opponent played here, I didn't respond to him. I'm looking for larger moves. Right? We're always keeping our eye on the larger points. Where are they? Do I have Sente? Do I have Sente? This threatens to, like, poke in here and then, like, jump on in, rip corner. Might be okay after that still, but don't want to do it. I can play here. He goes here. Bop, 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 bop. We're fine. So, I mean, either or, really. I'll play this one, though. Seems easier. And if he gets a turn, and maybe like the Hane here, I gotta go back and read. It's a push and cut, and the thing worked now if I'm losing my liberties. So, yeah, this one's just better. It's just better. That threatens to Hane. I respond. So it's this. It's this little area here. This 2, 4, 6. Is the point was more than the 6 point? That is the question. Do you see it? I see him. I see. How many even can you find? How many can you find? I can see 1, 2. 3. I can see 3 points that really stand out as being larger than 6 points. So we're gonna lose a period here. It's fine. 3, 2, 1.
Byoyomi.
Oh, now I'm in Byoyomi. Okay, yeah, sure. What do you think? You found it yet? Found it yet? I'm gonna go with this one because, yeah. I mean, yeah. The pushing is Sente. You can keep pushing in here. Like, I'm back onto, like, whatever line that is now. Yeah, just, yeah. I don't see a reason at the Hane. There might be one. I don't know, there might be one. But yeah, that was definitely worth more than 6 points. Especially since, keep in mind, if he really does play that Hane, isn't it Gote again? So, double Sente for white for 6 points. I will make that trade all day. They're fine. He plays here, I can entire him and play here. We're good? If you can't read this out, you could have backed off too, it's fine. It's almost the same thing. That was a mistake, because now I can cut here, but I won't. But I can, but I won't. But I won't. But I could. But I won't. But I could. But I won't. Let's see. What do I do now? Next one. Another point that is worth more than the 6. Let's see.
8, 7, 6, 5.
That looks big, right? Can jump in. Tagarmut. I can do the same thing here. Jumping on in, worth more than 6 points. This getting pushed and cut seems like it's a real thing. And we can envision the cut taking place. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. Yeah. I'll take it. That's worth more than 6 points too. And technically... Oh, he responded. I'm going to give him Sente, see how many large points he can find. This is 100% Sente. For Gote, for me. Yeah, okay. Sure. Did I play this one, though? If I play here, he pushes. I have to play there anyway, right? So I play here, he pushes, I still have to block. I push here, he still has to block. I don't think it really matters, huh? I'll play here. You can Hane now. Extend up. Where are the moves? I see some big ones. There are some big ones right in my face. He can play right there. And there. Let's see if he sees them. That connects two groups up that are already alive, so I'm not really all about that. What I was noticing here is this does threaten to connect under and threatens to connect under. So with Sente, I'm gonna... Hello? Go away, banner. There's yeah, I can do this one. Sente. Taking away the threat. And that is a huge change. And then I will go ahead and give him Sente back. A18 is big. The A6 is big because they're forcing moves. This threatens to kill a stone. This threatens to rip my territory away. Both of those are Sente. This is arguable. Like, I play away right now. He plays here, I Atari it and play away again. But okay. That's, yep. I got that one. Oh my god, wait. No, it's fine. Massively hallucinated for a minute there. There you go. Now you're getting it. There you go. Connecting solidly because there's probably not going to be a co, but if there is, Tiger Mouth at this location where I don't need an eye doesn't make any sense. It just gives him an extra threat or two. So we don't do that, you know? We don't do that. Eyeballing it really quickly. This area and like this area probably similar. This area seems bigger than this one for sure. So we're probably ahead. There is a not so obvious Sente move. Atari. Threaten to kill. Now if he pushes, I'm in trouble. So good sequence for him. That one is N1. If I Hane, he could throw in an Atari, and then if I take, he's got me. Good move. So N1 is pretty good because it threatens the clamp. And it keeps me from having to fill like here and here, right? That is very good, yeah. This is also pretty sexy, but unfortunately it's Gote. Bum 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 bum. Nani? I'm not gonna worry about whatever. Let's play here. Sente, threaten to kill. This is actually pretty big because the Atari, because the take is worth 2 points. I should have played here first. I broke my own rules. See how hard it is to keep Sente throughout the endgame. This is threatening to kill more than one stone, therefore it is much larger. Therefore we're playing it right now. Same thing here. Threatens to take 2 stones. Threatens 2 stones, because I can go here and then go on a rampage. The N1, because threatens to clamp. And then here's a little trick-a-doodles. I'm going to play here to make sure that he doesn't make a mistake. This move doesn't work. He can connect here and be fine, but I can get this one in Sente now. It always was Sente, but if he played here and then played away, then I'd have to just throw in and kill him. Yeah, that didn't work. You could have Hana'd here. Can you fix that, please? Thank you. Pretty please? Pretty please? Thank you. So how do I, like, do this? Like, I haven't been avoiding it because it's small. I've been avoiding it because I don't know what to do about it. Like, Do I just like, just like kind of poke sillily at this thing? Like, there's probably a better move than this here. I don't know what it is though, to be honest. I mean, this is a lot of territory, to be fair. This is so Pepega. It's like poke. Also, by the way, this throw-in matters because now it's a 1-for-1 exchange. He loses this point of territory, but he gains a point of territory from capturing me. But then he has to connect here. Right? So this does have a positive value. So the throw-in like that is very, very good. I'm going to play here. Technically, this is a point too, because if I get rid of all these liberties, then he has to make sure I can't Atari him. I like it a lot. Good move, sir. Good move. Let's see. Anywhere else to play? Just this exchange. And I always forget if you need this exchange on this or not. Oh, and this. Oh, snappers. What shape do I like better? I'll connect here. But yeah, I forgot in OGS if this is gonna count as a point and this is a point or not. Like I'm not sure. I don't remember. Don't remember, man. Don't remember. So this and this being about even is over exaggerated. This is worth more. This section here is worth about as much as this. So this encomious profit against that. And then this section here, eyeballing it, looks larger than this one. Even though he's anchored to his corner, I've kind of got his corner, like in here, so
Remove the dead
we should be ahead, right? All right, they're all removed. Yes, we're up by 23.5. Swizzles. Ooh, couple of spikes where AI didn't like me. Yep, sure, no problem, dude. Thanks. Let's go ahead and review the game.
Review started.
Review started. So let's take a little peek-see at this game. Again, I prefer the Chinese. I'd prefer like the Chinese here, but it's whatevs. I don't like that. I'd rather play over here, personally. Again, playing over here is much larger. This is just too slow. Same thing here. If he plays here, I can play here. Normally you'd play this one. What's White gonna do? This? Come on. Come on, man. Come on, buddy. You could lazily reduce this. This isn't all territory. Come on, this ain't territory. What you talking about? What you talking about, territory? I don't see any territory. Where's the territory? Go for everything? Do it. Do it. White loses the game if this branch is taken. Like, what's gonna be large enough? Here? Okay. That seems reduction too. Like, it's... Yeah, the top is way over exaggerated. It's not territory. Like, you play here, I gotta play here. Then maybe this one into this one. That got reduced. Hey, check this out. We're still reducing more. Hey, look at that. Now we're in. Right? So little bit too scaredy pants. A little bit too scaredy pants there. This one, again, should have been here. This, I would probably have taken this one instead. Like, you lose a stone. Who cares? But we're short of Sente here. And then we could be like, boom, boom. And then maybe, boom. Now we're growing real fast, like I mentioned. Like this branch, white had to give up Sente to play this branch. Here, black actively picks the branch for a couple stones down here. And then you could always do like, hey, answer me here. Hey, answer me here. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For Sente to have all of our stones work together, that's worth. That's worth. This ain't worth, because white's alive right now. White's alive right now. White can be like, I'm gonna like, I don't know, play wherever now, because there's this, but let's be real. It's alive. Can't kill it, it's alive. Again, too slow. We get to do this one. We force him back in the variation though. Which I thought was pretty cool. Here it is, poke to go through, poke to go through. Build, he needs to drop what he's doing right now and be like, maybe over in here, maybe over in here, anything, everything, whenever, wherever, just do it. Do it, 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 do it. Again, same thing, get those pokes in. You either do them now or you will never do them ever again. And remember, 20-point game. 20 frickin' points. Are you telling me this isn't 20-point exchange? You're telling me that's not a 20-point exchange? Come on, you telling me that? You lying. You lying. So I got that, got in the Hane, just way too many big points. Way too many big points. So I guess getting the bottom right-hand corner was a little bit of a bad idea. And, you know, backing off from here, obviously because of basics, we let him get away with a few more things we should have. Like here, for example, this should be the end of a lot. Like he hasn't built that area up anymore, but white can still build it, and there's still a group to attack. Kind of awkward. But yeah, pretty cool game. Hope you DDQs learned a little something. And maybe some of the rest of y'all did too. As always, I'll be back next time. Take care, everybody.